The Temporary Podcast is funded entirely by its fans. Want to help out while listening to the show today? Click on our Amazon shopping link inside the show notes and buy yourself something nice. Your purchases will help fund the show. Recordo. So you're recording? Alright, so you got the outline ready? Ricky Recordo. You are now tuned into the Temporary Podcast recorded on March 9th, 2013.
Today we will be talking about the state of the Wii U, the SimCity disaster, and our usual segments.
That's all today on the Temporary Podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the podcast. So, what's going on today, Alex? How are you?
I'm a little tired, but I'm pretty good. Yeah.
I'm MC, but I didn't say hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm MC.
I'm Alex.
I'm the guy I just said I was. We got a good show for you today. We got we don't have many news stories, but we got some big ones. We got some big ones to talk about today. We're going to also, of course, talk about what we played, what we've been watching, and check out some of your guys' viewer submissions.
Yep. Be sure to check out the show notes down at the bottom in the description on our YouTube channel or on our webpage.
Temporary Podcast.
The Temporary Podcast.
Not the...
I'm
you
sorry!
did it again!
We're
just Temporary Podcast. That's not even the correct usage of the bell.
Exactly. temporarypodcast.com.
And so do you want to give some thanks to our sponsors?
Yeah, thank you to our sponsors.
First sponsors.
Yes, our very first sponsors. First. And we hope others join.
What did the YouTuber say when he came in third in the race?
First!
Exactly. So next week we're actually going to be doing Bring a Friend to the Podcast week.
Oh boy!
So if you're gonna invite a single person on over to the podcast and give them the show, but that's next week, not this week. You can still share with your friends if you want this week. No. Temporary Podcast Club.
No girls allowed.
No grills. And so look forward to that. And again, big thanks to our sponsors.
Indeed.
You ready to get started?
Let's do this.
Visit youtube.com/NathanielRossWA for daily Minecraft videos. Alright, it's time for some news.
Yes.
So, the first thing we're going to do is actually not really more a news story, per se. It's more of, it's time for us to, we're going to go one-on-one, Alex. We're going to, don't rub your hands.
Crack my knuckles.
I know, it's like, don't rub your hands. He's rubbing his hands again. I'm kind of scared. I didn't mean it to be that serious.
There we go.
We're going to be talking about the state of the Wii U, in our opinion.
Oh boy! So
we're going to get critical on the Wii U, and let's go to it. First off, the games. So what can you name some big games right now that you know for the Wii U?
Assassin's Creed 3, the new Ninja Gaiden.
Is that out?
I think it's out.
I'm talking about games that you know are out right now.
The newest Batman, the Arkham City Armored Edition.
Yeah.
Gosh. Zombie U.
New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Lego City Incredibles are coming out soon. I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah.
But people are actually hyping that up a lot.
Scribblenauts Unlimited.
Scribblenauts Unlimited is out, yeah, for sure.
That's fun.
And on the eShop is doing quite well too. With Runner 2 is out.
Oh yeah.
We have the demo for that. We haven't yet played it, but they're
I
doing.
want to.
I'm pretty excited about. But into the future, like actually, okay, I'm getting off track. What's already released? What do you think of the current releases for the Wii U? Like we were able to name maybe 5-6 games that were out now though that we genuinely think are like that come to mind.
Yeah. They definitely need to get more content out.
I feel like what we currently have is good, but not excellent.
Right.
I feel like we're at a point inside the Wii U's lifespan where we have games like New Super Mario Bros. U, which I love that game to death. I will rage. I was just playing it a little bit earlier, and I didn't rage much at it, but I was just trying to enjoy it, and I don't know. The game is good, but I feel like having one good game is not really the best. Right. I mean, what are your thoughts on Nintendo Land? Because that was the other big Nintendo published
title.
Nintendo
Land was cool. It kind of lost its merit after a while for me because, I played through all the games.
Yeah, I mean, we've already finished.
Yeah.
we have not put Nintendo Land inside our Wii U since.
Yeah, I think that the Wii U is going to be like the Wii as far to content, like early on in its life. The Wii didn't have a lot of games early on.
It did get more as it went along.
It did, yeah, which... That's probably how this is going to go.
I think that the third-party support, though, is going to be where they're going to have the biggest problem. Like we've seen, like you said, Batman. Mm-hmm. That game suffered actually frame rate problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed 3, I've heard, is the premier edition of the game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Ubisoft has, of course, dropped the ball with Rayman Legends.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, the Temporary Podcast wasn't around when that fiasco was going on, but so we don't know what's going on with Ubisoft. They are bringing Watch Dogs to it, though.
Yes, which I'm happy about.
So I think that the fact that they're bringing Watch Dogs to the Wii U is a huge benefit to the system, and I think Ubisoft is definitely on board with the Wii U.
Right.
Now that we've seen that they're coming out with this game. But the other publishers, we know EA, they are pretty much...
No.
They've closed the door pretty much that. And do you know why they closed it?
Because they have a deal with Microsoft, don't they?
No.
I don't
Origin. Because Nintendo was like, all right, so here's our online infrastructure for the Wii U. And EA was like, well, can we do Origin on it? And Nintendo was like, no, but you can, set up a system in your own games, but you're not going to have your own Origin channel. That's not...
Origin's bad.
Well,
that's a topic for another discussion.
That's a topic for another day. But yeah, so EA was kind of like, well, if we can't have our Origin, then you're not having our games. Does EA publish Call of Duty, or is that Activision?
That is Activision.
I'm pretty sure it's Activision Blizzard, so, I mean...
Yeah, the biggest gaming company in the world.
I was reading an article about them, but so I don't know. I think that EA is not on board, which is a huge disadvantage.
Right.
I think that Activision, we have no idea really what they're doing with the system. I think they're disappointed that Call of Duty didn't sell well on the Wii U, but what did they expect? I mean, one thing I believe Activision said was that they were expecting low sales, but not this low sales.
Right, yeah.
And that they were, one thing, I don't have the exact quote, but it was something along the lines of, this is how Nintendo fans are. They will ask and ask and ask for content, and when we give it them, they won't buy it. Which, I don't know.
It's kind of tough, but I think it's still too early on in the Wii U's life to really kind of judge.
What content we're going to buy. I mean, right now, the Wii U is selling at a price point that, I don't know. What do you think about the Wii U price point?
I think it works.
You think it's fine?
Yeah.
Then again, you did not buy the Wii U.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, how do you, I think it's a bit too expensive. I think that if they did a price drop, they would sell more systems. Call of Duty would sell more. Activision would be happy. Ubisoft would be happy. They'd get more sales for Assassin's Creed 3, most likely.
Yeah.
I think that a price drop is definitely something that Nintendo should look at, but I don't know.
It may come, holiday season. They'll probably do a price drop.
A holiday season. I think I don't think we'll hear it at E3.
No.
I think Nintendo doesn't like to do price drop announcements. They don't like to do any pricing or dating usually at E3. They usually like just to show things off and then have a press conference later on. They're like,
it's shiny.
Here's what we have. It's shiny. Overall with the system, like I said, with the power, the frame rate on Batman had troubles, but I think that's the fault of who did Batman?
That is Treyarch?
No.
Is that EA? No.
Who published it?
I don't know. To Google.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that the fact that we're seeing games that are having trouble, on the system. I think more so it's a problem with developers not knowing the system well enough yet. I think that, we saw early on in the Wii's lifespan that we had a lot of games that were good, but at the same time were like flawed. Like even WarioWare, which is a very good Nintendo published title, is pretty bad sometimes with controls.
Yeah.
Like with the sensor bar.
Weird.
That was still so early on that they didn't know how the Wii was to function. I think we're going to see the same thing with the Wii U, that we're going to see games that take better advantage of things later on.
Yeah. The Google search has revealed that Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment.
Oh, Warner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which kind of makes sense because it's.
Yeah, we're dumb.
Herber.
So I don't know. What do you think on the whole?
I think the power's good. Like, rumor has it that they quote unquote sold it underclocked or whatever, from what I've said before.
Yeah.
Which, when the time comes when Microsoft and Sony release their new systems, Nintendo can just give a software update. And
they are
not software update, but
they're coming out with a firmware update.
Yeah.
April.
It's gonna be
April.
like, bam, we're good.
Well, they're coming out with one that's going to increase the system functionality. What Miyamoto said was that was not their biggest focus when they were developing the Wii U. They were trying to find a piece of hardware that got it right, and that their software, like, it was important, but they didn't. They now know that they could do a lot more with it now that they've spent more time with it.
Right. Yeah, and it's all a matter of time, really. The older it gets, the more it's going to be understood by like third-party developers and everything, and they can get more creative with.
Correct.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I feel you there. Ladies, get your shipping out now. Anyway, commitments to the Wii U. What do you think we have inside the way of third parties that have committed? We know, like I said, Ubisoft seems like they're committed.
Right.
You know about Platinum Games with Bayonetta 2.
Yes.
And I think that the fact that they have Bayonetta 2 coming and Platinum Games on board with the Wii U is such a big thing. Because Platinum Games is, I would say, they're a Western developer, correct?
Yep.
So I think that's one of the biggest problems that a lot of people have with the Wii U, and sometimes Sony even, is that they're... Oh, that was my phone.
Naughty.
I will put it on vibrate.
It wasn't me. Yay.
What was I saying? Oh, Platinum Games. Yeah, I think that a lot of the problem is developers see Sony and Nintendo more so, as these Japanese companies, and a lot of people, like that we've seen interviews in the past, say that the Japanese game developers are bad, they don't know what they're doing, and that it's almost a thing of elitism with the Western developers. And you gotta admit, the Western developers are doing a pretty crack-up job with these games lately.
Yeah.
At the same time, we are still getting games that are starting to come out yearly, and I don't know how I feel about that, but that's a discussion for another.
The whole Western game developers thing just leads me to Call of Duty, which is a whole other subject that I want to argue eventually.
Yeah, I mean, so what I was trying to say is that we have Nintendo, of course, has these companies inside the East in Japan. They're committed to the console, but I think that the fact that we're getting Platinum Games on board is a good sign for the future of Western development, for the Nintendo console. Because I think if they can get more Western developers on board, like the console's fine. They just need developers who can understand the system, and Nintendo has to be willing to reach out to them and teach them how it's done. Whether that means restructuring a Nintendo of America, who knows?
It might need it. Like I said, it all just depends on how the next few months go with Sony and Microsoft, and probably even how E3 goes. Right.
So I don't know. I think at this point the Wii U is
struggling.
It's struggling. I definitely agree, but I think we're going to see it
blossom.
I hope to see it blossom, and I think E3 will be a big turning point once we have a full look at all three of the new consoles and see where developers stand. I think GDC, the Game Developers Conference, which is coming up soon also, I think that'll be a good point for them to start to talk to developers and hopefully get them on board with the Wii U, because they need to.
Right, yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah, we need content, and we will buy it. Ah!
All right, so let's anything else you want to mention before we wrap this up?
No.
All right, so what's next?
The Facebook newsfeed redesign. We are back to the subject again.
Yep, because cause we talked about it before, because the new press conference is coming up. Now the press conference is happening. Have you seen the page?
No, I have not.
Scroll up on the show notes and click it. You're going to want to see this. That goes for everybody who's listening right now. Go check out the show notes. Give it a click. See what's going on here.
No, I want to... Stupid... No. Here we go. Copy.
The big thing about the new Facebook redesign is they're going to have a big focus on content. They're redoing the entire homepage. They're making it look different. They're putting the sidebar on the right, amongst other things. I don't see where chat is on it, but I do know that they're making like bigger focus on pictures. Mm-hmm. They're just trying to make it more colorful.
I do believe my computer just froze.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You better change your 7.
We're good.
That's because you're on Vista.
No, I'm on Windows 7.
Windows 7.
Windows 7.
Windows 7.
Yeah.
Is that your first reaction?
Why? I like the way it was.
I like the way it looks. A mobile redesign is going to be coming alongside it.
Mobile's iffy.
I mean, so what is your overall thoughts on it? Because they're moving the notification icons to the upper right-hand corner. They're moving, they're putting the content on the left-hand side, mm-hmm. and they're putting a sidebar on the right, which, in my opinion, is a bad thing because they're starting to contrast with other websites. Like, Twitter,
yeah,
sidebar on the left. YouTube, sidebar on the left.
Facebook's like, nope, we're going to be different.
Exactly. And I don't know if I like that. I think that's a poor decision. I think it should be on the right-hand side. But
yeah.
What do you think looking at it?
My mother's going to be so confused.
That's the demographics that's going to hurt the most because, like we were saying last week, when it comes to Facebook updates, it's kind of like, I don't like this, but I can get used to it. But, of course, the people who have to say, I can get used to this, sometimes they're the older generations who are like, my website, what? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Dang it, Facebook.
Anything else? Come on. What would you change? What would you make it better? How would you make it?
Wouldn't have changed it at all. It seemed fine to me. Like, everything worked.
But it seemed cluttered. I don't know.
I thought everything was fine on it.
I think the new design looks good.
I don't like the new design.
I mean, they're the pictures. They're big and pretty.
Oh.
And the font looks better. It just looks cleaner. It feels more Web 3.0 or whatever we're on now.
Yeah. I still like the old version.
What would you change to this one, though, to make it more like the old version that would still be new?
Change it back with a new logo. I don't want to change it at all. That's what I'm saying.
The logo's not changing.
Exactly. That's what I'm upset about.
Okay. Screw you then.
Wow.
What else has happened recently then?
The panoramic picture of London, the 32 gigapixel.
32 gigapixel?
Or no, was it 320? I want to say it's 320 gigapixels. I put it in the notes. Didn't I?
Yeah, you should have. I mean...
Yeah, 320 gigapixels. Holy crap.
So, that's a
big.
That's a huge picture, and it's a panorama
of all of London.
Of London,
yes.
Like you just like turn around. I checked it out before we started the show. Like a good podcast.
I looked at it too.
I know, but never mind. You're impossible.
No.
So we looked at like this panorama thing, and it's the biggest panorama ever.
Yep. No, it's the biggest picture ever.
The biggest picture ever.
And it's a panorama, which is like
turn around and I looked at it. You can like zoom in and like look inside office buildings and see boxes.
Yeah.
And people. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's hard to really give much conversation on this.
It's
check it out
impressive,
though.
But yeah, definitely look at it. It's
open up those show notes, guys, and take it. Like, I don't know. What do you think this means for the future of photography? Like, do you think it's going to become a thing to try to get the world record for biggest picture, or do you think this is just kind of an example of how
look what we can do,
how cameras are changing or something?
I think it's probably leaning towards the latter there. The camera's changing. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal. I mean, it's cool, but I don't think people are going to be like, oh, I can do better.
Right. Like, we're not going to see, like, cities across the world, like, all of a sudden, like, the mayor of New York is like, yeah, screw you, London.
Yeah. 500 gigapixels.
Get the bigger camera. Sir, we don't have a bigger camera. But in fact,
Make one.
Make one. Give me a bigger camera.
Yeah. What?
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to affect. I don't think this is going to be a huge thing to affect us in our normal day lives. But
No.
I think it's cool that we're that photography hasn't reached a point where we're like, well, there we go.
Good enough.
That is the highest quality camera we are ever going to make.
It's good enough.
I find it really cool that we're keep going.
Yeah.
So you ready to move on?
Let's do it.
All right. So SimCity.
Oh boy.
So we have the biggest fiasco in a while here.
SimCity.
Basically, the game launched, and the servers the EA had were completely overloaded. It basically made it impossible to play single player. It's an always online game.
Yeah.
Even on single player.
Which is dumb.
Which the EA is, like,
come on, EA.
This is a game meant to be played online. So it's kind of.
Then what's the point of single?
Waiting over an hour after they've done repairs.
Yeah.
To play your single player game. Like,
At that point, you wouldn't even be interested. Just kind of like, eh.
I mean, but EA did come out with a statement. Alex, can you open up the link and read it?
Yeah.
Like find the official statement or whatever, and read it to the viewers. I'm sure they would love to hear your beautiful voice. I didn't mean to ding that. I kind of just bring it closer.
Here's a quick update on the problems we were experiencing with SimCity, and a little something extra for you people who bought the game. The server issues, which began at launch, have improved significantly as we added more capacity. Have they?
They have. Keep reading.
Okay. But some people are still experiencing response and stability problems that we're working fast to address. So what went wrong? The short answer there is a lot of people logged on. A lot more people logged on than we expected. More people played in ways we never saw in the beta. Yeah. Okay, we agree that was dumb. But we are committed to fixing it. In the last 48 hours, we've increased server capacity by 120%. It's working. The number of people who have gotten in and built cities has improved dramatically. The number of disrupted experiences has dropped by roughly 80%. So we're close to fix, but not quite there. I'm hoping to post another update this week and let everyone know the launch issues are behind us. The special something is right here. The good news is that SimCity is a solid hit in all major markets. Yeah, the consensus among critics and players is fundamentally a great game when you can play it, obviously. But this SimCity is made to be played online, and if you can't get a stable connection, you're not going to have a good experience. If you can't have stable internet, you're going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
So we're not going to rest until we fix the remaining server issues.
They're not sleeping.
And to get us back into good graces, we're going to offer you a free PC downloaded game from the EA portfolio. On March 18th, SimCity players who have activated the game will receive an email telling them how to redeem their free game. I know it's a little contrived, kind of like buying a present for a friend after you did something crummy, but we feel bad about what happened. We're hoping you won't stay mad at us and that we'll be friends again when SimCity is running at 100%. SimCity is a great game, and the people who made it are incredibly proud. Hang in there, we'll be providing more updates throughout the weekend.
So, what do you make of that?
Please don't stop playing our game. We'll fix it, I swear.
Do you think it's genuine, though, that the issues are going to be fixed? I mean...
I don't know.
It sounds like they are making a genuine effort to fix it, but at the same time, if you didn't also hear what they did, they stopped marketing campaigns for SimCity. They paused everything until this is fixed. The game was pulled off of Amazon.
Yep. Oh yeah. Isn't Amazon offering like
rebates?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, it's insane. Like, I mean, that the game has had such an issue that it has literally just been
worse than Diablo.
It's like kind of like canceled. They almost like basically canceled the game after it launched.
Well, if you remember Diablo 3, they had a lot of server issues when it first started, but they got those taken care because it's Blizzard, and that's what they're good at.
Right.
But Diablo 3 still kind of was boring after a while. But, again, another topic. I honestly don't know if this is genuine or not. I know they're trying to keep in people's good grace and, trying to say, please don't run away. We'll fix it. I promise.
I think that they're going to fix it.
They probably will.
I mean, if I was anybody on the SimCity development team, I know that I wouldn't be stopping work right now. I'd be getting at it right now.
Yeah.
If you've been working this hard on a product, and there is no way the people who've been working on this game are going to let it just kind of die.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be something that's going to happen.
Right.
So I think they're going to do it well.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Are you going to get SimCity?
Probably not. I suck at the sim games. I always make my sim drowned.
Yeah, hopefully you don't make
Or
the
he
city
sets the
drown.
kitchen on fire. One of the two.
Darn guy. Screw him. All right.
He's always late for work, too, which sucks.
Let's talk about On the Tubes.
Okay. On the Tubes.
What have we been watching? Well, I've been watching my normal Monk and Survivor. I'm getting pretty far on Monk, and I'm kind of sad that I'm coming to an end. But there's someone I'd like to give some insane shout-outs to.
Drumroll!
Please, let's not. The Merton Show. So it's somebody that I've watched for a while. You may know him. He used to do like he would play his piano, improvise songs and stuff on Chat Roulette. Mm-hmm. But he found that, of course, you're on Chat Roulette and you're going to see a lot of male genitalia.
It's Chat Roulette.
But
they've actually solved that issue. Have you been on Chat Roulette or whatever?
No, I haven't.
You can't turn on your camera or microphone until you've had 4 conversations that lasted longer than 10 minutes or something like that.
Really?
It's weird. Yeah, I used to go in there and play my guitar just for fun. And it's hard for me to do that because I still have to get pretty much verified. And the people that you're talking to can decide that you can, basically give feedbacks should this person be allowed on Chat Roulette? Yes or no?
Huh.
So and Omega's cracking down on that too.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I did not know.
Omega's a lot more clean.
So, Bubba Merton, he used to go on there and play his piano, and he's an insane piano player.
Guy's crazy.
He can hear a song just a little bit and just repeat it back, and then just go from there and make his own song. You may have you ever seen what was his name, Breyer or something? He did sight readings of video game songs.
Yeah, the older dude.
Yeah. It's kind of like him because he just gets sheet music and he can just go on it and make ragtime out of it.
Yeah.
But this guy, he just goes with it and lyrics.
Right. Yeah.
He
sings too.
The thing is, if you're improvising lyrics, you're never going to have a super time. You can never always make it good. There's a lot of times where he doesn't rhyme or it just kind of comes out kind of stupid sounding. But
yeah.
But it's still hilarious to watch. And so I've been watching the Merton Show. He does this while I was talking about Chat Roulette, he now does this thing every Wednesday where he will go have his own website where you can go on, log on, set up your camera and stuff, and you'll pop up on the Merton Show and you can request a song from him or ask him to make a song about rainbows or something.
Rainbows and ice cream. Gumdrops and ice cream.
I'd like some ice cream.
Gumdrops and ice cream.
You okay?
I had a little Vegeta moment there. Sorry.
So I've been really interested in watching the Merton Show.
Yeah, he's really, really intriguing. As a musician, it's just kind of how does he do that?
I as somebody who has played the piano for a little bit now, and I struggle with playing the simplest things, to see him just be
yeah,
here's my song. It's kind of oh my God, I want to go to there.
I want the talent in his pinky.
It just So
Crazy.
check out the Merton Show. It'll be into the show notes.
Yep.
So what have you been watching?
Scrubs as usual, and Who's Line on YouTube as usual. But I've actually been watching a lot of like live music concerts on YouTube, like that are recorded and stuff.
They have those?
Yeah, like the local band from the area, Red.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to Bob the other day, and I mentioned
Bob.
on the one CD they had like a DVD of them playing like a live show off their first CD.
Right.
And so I found that, and I was just like, hey, this is pretty good, And I just started finding like all of these different my favorite bands like live shows, and they're really cool.
Bob.
So that's Bob.
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 Bam.
Bam.
So live music concert on YouTube. I didn't know they had those.
Yeah, the first one I watched was like August Burns Red, which is...
Are they official? Like,
a few of them are. Some of them are just like people had like a like camera set up, like the August Burns Red
this
one.
That was illegal, you know.
No, it's illegal.
Illegal.
The August Burns Red one was professionally done.
Oh, okay.
Animals Leaders one was professionally done by somebody at the venue. The red one was off their CD, so it's professionally done. So
that's good. I mean,
they're really like most of them are pretty good quality. It's just kind of like, this is awesome.
I wonder if they have them for like older like bands, because I know they'll have them for like new bands.
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
I mean, I is there anything like the Eagles live concert?
I'd imagine.
I go listen to some Eagles all day. That'd be good.
I'd imagine they'd have the Eagles somewhere. It's YouTube.
I
There's
mean,
everything on YouTube.
Now I'm gonna have to do some goggling. Let me put on my goggles and find the answers. Hello.
Once you gog, you can stog.
Okay. What?
Whose Line?
Oh yeah.
Well, they replace the letter P with the letter G. They're talking about Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop. Once you pog, you can't stog. Or no, once you gog, you can't stug. It's a fun game to play.
Anyway, so that is all we have been watching.
Yes.
Let's talk about what we've been playing.
For Minecraft and Pokemon Let's Plays by Simple Australian, head over to youtube.com/blackjackign.
What have we been playing?
The usual.
The video games. Dude, you got all sorts of waveforms over on my Audacity with that screen. Stay
out of my microphone.
You got your waveforms in my peanut butter.
You got your peanut butter in my waveforms. Okay, what have I been playing this week? Well, as every week, World of Warcraft. Don't kill me. Yay! And just recently, not yesterday, but the day before, I started playing Rift, which is another MMO that had a lot of bad reviews. Well, not bad reviews, just really wasn't that popular.
It wasn't. It was pretty. I mean,
I like it. I started playing it, and I'm a role player when it comes to MMOs because I've been playing them for a long time, and the basic engine just doesn't do it for me anymore. So I role play because that adds another element to the game. I play D&D and tabletops too, so that kind of helps. But Rift, I don't know if it has an RP like roleplay side to it yet. I'm on a roleplay server, but I'm still relatively new to the game. I'm still getting used to the mechanics of it. But overall, I kind of like the concept of it. It's pretty cool so far. And I've been playing a classic Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy.
I never played any Star Wars games.
It's fun. You play as you go. You make your own character and you go through the academy and go on missions and stuff. But
you are a Jedi.
I play with mods. Like I have a Sith customization mod where you can make like a Sith character and like a red lightsaber. Like just
go through the Jedi Academy as a Sith.
Pretty much, yeah.
That sounds kind of counterproductive to the game.
I know. You can play as a Jawa if you go into the command console and change your character model. You can play as a Jawa, like Jawa, the little like hooded people with the glowing eyes.
Oh, right. I like
Yeah.
those guys. I had a little plush toy that I called Anderson of one.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing this week. So
Anderson the Jawa. Good times.
Good times.
I've been playing games.
Have you?
I have been playing, amongst other things, Feed the Beast and World of Warcraft. But we're not going to talk about those.
No.
Because you know.
It's a silly thing.
It's just a game we just play. But I've been playing Ocarina of Time.
Oh!
I'm actually getting back into speedrunning that a little bit.
Nice. What categories?
All medallions. And why I'm getting into this category is it is literally the best category ever to commentate. The tricks in it are not always that complex.
Right.
It has the Gerudo bridge jump, which is
welcome to Ocarina of Time!
Exactly. Check out Cosmo Speedruns on YouTube for what the heck we were just referencing.
Free plug!
But it's literally the category is getting all the medallions inside Ocarina of Time and then beating the game. And
interesting.
As it turns out, the fastest way to do this is a combination of using bugs to make medallions like modify the inventory with bugs to get medallions in your inventory. Go beat Volvagia, the boss of the Fire Temple, and then do some funky warps involving the House of Twins and Kakiri Forest.
Oh dear.
To go through the Master Sword cutscene a second time to get the Light Medallion technically a second time since you already accidentally deleted it after you got it. And then, just to top it all off, you don't beat Ganon. You just go and wrong warp to the end credits.
Wow.
So, literally, you're just like, okay, I'm just going to say screw everything, go become an adult, and then play with bugs and beat a dragon.
Normally it's the other way. Screw being adult, I'm going to be in my pillow fort coloring.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
very, very interesting category.
It's great. I can't wait to get some times down on it and hopefully race Mr. Cosmo at it himself.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Viewer submissions! You guys have been submitting things to us, and if you wish yourself, viewer and listener to the Temporary Podcast, you can submit things at temporarypodcast@gmail.com. What was that?
I don't know.
You added some special effects to it. It's like .com.
Yes.
We accept fan art, which we will link inside the show notes.
Yes.
Audio and video questions, as well as text questions. So please, one thing we haven't had so far is we haven't had an audio question yet. So if you want to actually make a recording of yourself asking us a question send it on over to us, we will answer it like that.
Maybe.
We cannot accept everything, and some weeks we have a lot of stuff, so we're still playing catch up from the week before, which we're doing this episode. So what do we got, Alex?
We have a question from Blazion212.
What did I say?
Hey, MC and Alex.
Hello.
I was kind of curious about how you two and Mike met back when you were babies. Babbies.
Get it right, dog.
And what it's like living in a house with each other. Thank you both for your time. Blazion. P.S. Everyone's watching you. Kappa.
No, they're making the Dance from Revolution Mario Mix reference. Yeah. Everybody's watching you.
Creepy. Do you want to go ahead and go with this, or
how did we meet?
Answer it. We met, I think, in 9th grade.
Theater arts.
Well, theater arts, a combo of theater arts and environmental science.
Did we meet environmental science?
we had Mr. Young together. Me and you. I think Mike was with us too.
Yeah, maybe. We're not bringing that back.
Most of our interaction happened in theater.
Yeah, I mean, because we basically, I don't want to say we were the odd people out, but there was always everybody had groups, and Mike was just kind of like, I don't have anywhere else to go, and we were like, hey,
come with us,
and we did some theater art stuff. We did a radio play.
That was
what's it called?
True Blue. No, that's the play we did. True Blue and Trusted. Do you remember that though?
That was theater arts too. That was the next year. But no, what was?
I played the mother.
It was like a beanstalk thing that we did.
It was a combo of a bunch of them.
But
I can't remember.
But what Fizzy Wheels. Fizzy Wheels of fun.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. We had to do a commercial for a candy, and we did one.
They were what were they? Bottle caps. But we called them Fizzy Wheels.
We called them Fizzy Wheels. Fizzy Wheels of Fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the first project that me, Alex, and Mike were all on together. And
but Tyler Jones is with us, too.
Well, Tyler Jones does not exist. Actually...
Yeah, he does. He's a member of the community.
Barely. But yeah. If you're listening to this, Tyler, I'm sorry. I love you. I should
no,
have never
he doesn't.
doubted.
Don't let him lie to you.
I should have never doubted you.
Don't let him lie to you like that. You know what's up.
So yeah, we met in theater arts,
Yeah.
and we did stuff then, and we basically started doing stuff of making our own videos together and being like, wow, this is kind of cool, theater arts stuff. And so we actually petitioned us and Andrew Sipple, who one of these days, dude, I'm going to get him on this podcast.
In here. We need to get him in here.
I want him to be our first guest star, Andrew Sipple.
That would be awesome.
That'd
Bring
be
him
best.
next week.
Yeah, we'll call him up.
You know where he lives.
Yeah. But regardless, we petitioned for Theater Arts 2, which had not been at the school for a while, like quite a few years.
And I don't think it exists again. That was the only year we had Theater Arts 2, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, we got our Theater Arts 2 class, and we did a play and everything, and that was fun. I
screwed up the first line. I had the first line of the play, and I screwed it up. I remember that. I played the mother. I wore a dress proudly. Yes. Without shaving my legs. Because that would have been really, really awkward, because I have really hairy legs.
Do you have pantyhose?
No.
Why not?
No, I didn't. I was trying to think if I did. I was just like, that'd be even more awkward, because you see all this hair sticking out of the pantyhose.
That was back when Mike was pretty,
Babby Mike.
Babby Mike. I mean, we were all kind of babbies. Like, you should have seen Alex's face without the beard. It was hilarious.
Baby face.
But we've evolved and grown together to the point where we are now us three living together inside the same house.
Yeah.
Paying our bills together.
Yeah.
And hating each other sometimes.
We get on each other's nerves.
Do we?
I think I get on Mike's nerves a lot.
I mean, you occasionally get on my nerves, like the. Oh yeah, I'm going to bring this up with you right now on the podcast because lol, I get the mail in this house.
You weren't up yesterday, and I came home.
Well, I'll get the mail when I wake up. I get up before 3. Don't worry. Because I was like, I went out. I was like, "Where's the mail?"
It was like, did we not get 2:30? I came home. Or no, it was like at like 3ish.
And I came back into my room and I was like, into my studio, and my mail was on my desk. I was like, "What the crap? I get the mail. I get the mail.
Deal with it."
It's one of my.
There was a lot of mail there.
It's one of the few joys in life. Getting the mail. Earthwoman, bring me the mail at once.
Yay!
But so overall, I think we have fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's nice. Doing this is so much better than with my mom doing it. I love my mom to death, but it's like
you don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy.
Nobody wants to be that guy.
So, but yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Was that all of his question?
Yeah.
Okay. We also got some fan art in from Greed $Innis.
In
Sinus?
Yeah, something like that. With a $sign as the S.
Yeah, he's
Swag.
Kesha. Why are you Kesha?
Swag.
And the fan art is of a microphone face thing with a G clef and a Wind Waker. I think that's supposed to represent us both.
I don't know.
I don't understand what the thing in the middle is, but it's a good fan art overall.
I don't use the treble clef or the treble scale. I use the bass scale. It should be a bass clef.
QQ. We also got a submission informing us that the word orrery means handkerchief or scarf.
Really? I didn't think it was an actual word.
So a correction to our technical name of the show is
the Exploding Melon Podcast Scarf Podcast.
I think you forgot the word melon.
No, I did.
The Exploding Melon
Podcast Scarf Podcast.
Scarf Podcast.
I like it.
So apparently orrery is a word.
We need to get a scarf and just have TEMP engraved on it.
We haven't got the shirts up yet, but I'm sure we will soon here.
Yes.
Anyway, so let's move on to our poll here.
Oh boy.
Click. Does that link not work?
I'm opening it now, so
If anything, it's
probably doesn't work.
It's inside the show notes up above. Check it.
It does work.
Okay.
So the poll question was, do you feel the new Facebook change is needed?
Correct.
And 3.7% said definitely need it. Bring it on.
Which is funny because those are probably the same exact 4 people who said, yes, I will get a PS4 on day 1.
17.59% said I would appreciate a new design, but it's not necessary.
No.
I'm just kind of like, it's like the 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, okay.
I mean, nice, but it's not necessary. Kind of.
Right.
47 votes, which is 43% of the 43.52%.
That's the majority, the biggest percentage.
Said no opinion.
So they don't honestly care.
Bunch of vanilla people. Be more radical.
Be more decisive.
Yeah. 22.22% repeating, of course. Said I would rather they didn't change it. And 12.96% said hate the idea, does not want Google Plus, here I come.
Which is
funny.
I think that these numbers are hold true. There's nothing extremely surprising here. I find that I'm actually surprised that there's a total of basically 20%, a little bit more than that, that actually are pretty excited for the design.
Meanwhile, there's like 40% saying no.
Yeah, 47 people are basically like, I don't care.
Everyone else is like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. I find, I mean, I'm on the side that I would appreciate a new design. That's where I would put my vote. Where would you put your vote?
Hate the idea, does not want. I'm not going to Google Plus. Which means, I don't know how it works.
Which means you'd probably be, I would rather they didn't change it. Because you're still going to use Facebook.
Sadly.
Because,
stupid family.
So 14 people are quitting Facebook, according to our poll. They're done.
You're welcome, Google Plus.
You will gain 14 people, making your total of people up to now 14. Congratulations.
Or Google Plus. It was a noble effort.
This week, we have a new poll.
That was an attempted drum roll.
It was pretty bad. What was our poll question?
This week, the poll question is, the Wii U, is it a system you see outselling the PS4 and the next Xbox? Question mark? I thought there was more to the question.
The
Wii U, is it a system that you see outselling the PS4 and the next Xbox?
You're like swinging your arms.
I know, I was preparing for it.
He was like doing a little jig over there. So I don't know. What is your opinion on this?
Just judging by history, is the Xbox and PS4 probably going to outsell the Wii U? Just judging by history.
History? What are you talking about?
The Xbox 360 and the PS3 way outsold the Wii, didn't it?
No! The Wii won! You dropped your phone!
Did it? I honestly have never looked at
the numbers, dude! The numbers! I'm pulling up the numbers!
Oh, boy.
Okay, Wii versus 360 versus PS3 sales. Overall sales. Console Wars. VG charts. Yeah. Pull this up here. Please take a moment to visit. I don't think so. Global hardware totals, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Wii has sold 99 million consoles.
Dude.
The 360 has sold 74.5 million consoles, and the PS3 has sold 73.2 million.
Wow, I'm actually surprised.
And if you want to talk about other things, 3DS has sold 29.3 million, while the PS Vita has sold 4.3 million.
Please buy a Vita. Like the PS4, like the Sony conference abridged. We would really like it if you buy a Vita.
Please buy a Vita. So now that I've proved you wrong, I think the Wii U will sell more if it gets good games.
If.
So that is the end of the podcast.
Yes.
Thank you all for watching again and listening, of course. We are more than grateful to have you here.
Yes.
Be sure to vote inside the poll. Check out the show notes for all links to everything we talked about in today's show. And also, subscribe to us via RSS and on the iTunes store if you have that iTunes thingamabob.
And next week is Bring a Friend Week.
To the Temporary Podcast.
You people should participate too. Bring a friend to listen to the podcast.
That's you people should participate too. I think that's the point of the week. The week is titled "Bring a Friend Week." Shh. Gollum, get out of here! Get out of here!
Master, I want to listen
No,
to the podcast.
you next week. No, you will not be on the podcast, Gollum. No. I'm just gonna get like a giant hammer next time. Darn Gollum, freaking get out of the show.
We need to lock him back in that room.
Oh yeah, the room inside the bathroom.
It's Gollum's room.
Yeah, that place really needs some curtains. I didn't get spotted or anything, but if I ever went in there after a shower, I'd really appreciate some curtains. You know? Woo! Woo! Alright, that's all the time we have for on this episode of the Temporary Podcast. We'll see you guys
next time.
Next time. Sunday.
Monday.